Dr. Sohbet, welcome to this podcast today. You're in charge of Hydrocarbons and Energy Security at the OME. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your organization and why are you here today? What are you trying to achieve?
OME is Mediterranean Association for Energy, but we just changed the name. We added climate to energy and we changed the association to organization. So we are dealing with all kinds of energy and we look at long-term perspective and we make forecasts. Our flagship publication, Mediterranean Energy Perspectives, we look at country by country energy supply and demand evolution to the horizon 2050. So like International Energy Agency, but we do it country by country. And OME also serves as the Secretariat of the Union for the Mediterranean Gas Platform, which is today modified as Gas and Hydrogen Working Group. So we incorporated now hydrogen into our work.
Very good. Can you tell us a little bit more about the role of hydrogen going forward, especially for the southern Mediterranean?
Well, there is a big ambition, especially in the north, and that ambition also spreads out to the south. There are plenty of projects, some on the paper, some on pilot phase. There are lots of projects, but we do not know how many of them will be realized, where the hydrogen will be used, who will finance it, where are the off-takers. There are a lot of questions about the future of hydrogen exports, let's say, from the south to the north. There is surely potential, but maybe we should be a little bit more realistic in terms of quantities and time frame for the hydrogen trade between the south and north Mediterranean.
Yeah, thanks. So how do you see, because trade is of course an important element. We know that Europe needs imports also in the future. There is a declared hydrogen strategy, and that's also why Europe wants to cooperate with the southern Mediterranean. But how do you see the role of hydrogen within the economies themselves?
Well, it depends then on the country, because there are some oil and gas exporters and producers, but significant exporters like Algeria, Libya, and Egypt. And there are some importers like Morocco and Tunisia. So in both cases, the role of hydrogen, assuming that they have a significant production and export potential, will differ. For producers, any potential use of hydrogen could free up natural gas, additional natural gas for exports. So additional income revenue. But for the importers, so that will be important to reduce the amount of hydrocarbons that they would import and spend money for that, of course, by using local resources. But it is not completely for free. Of course, this will have big OPEX for them. Again, who will finance it? Whether those countries will be attracting enough investments, that we will see. But we will see.
Instead of working groups, you can discuss these topics.
Exactly. So the aim is to identify all the projects, then select a group of projects that could be in relatively easy, foreseeable time frame come into production, and how much could be used domestically and how much could be potentially exported, how much electrolyzer capacity, investment requirements, investment needs, and of course there is also the upstream part of it, which is the renewable part. Yes, how much.
So I'm representing the MedGem network, which is a network that links Europe to the southern Mediterranean and focuses on green electricity molecules. So all of this is also of our concern, and of course we're working together with the UFR. I have a few questions for you. They're randomly sorted. I'll let you pick one and we'll see where that takes us.
Okay, I'll get, for example, 2 pages or 1 page. Okay.
Okay, so this is about the network. Could you elaborate on how the network facilitates collaborations for the development of renewable energy and hydrogen infrastructure in target countries? So what is the role in your view of infrastructure in getting this done?
Well, if you assume that there is a significant amount of hydrogen produced, so for Morocco, it's not a big deal, I guess, because there is GME pipeline. It's a natural gas pipeline that used to export Algerian gas to Spain and Portugal, but now the transport agreement has been finished and not prolonged, and that pipeline is used to import natural gas from Spain to Morocco. But there are plans in the future to export hydrogen from Morocco to Spain after repurposing this pipeline to accommodate hydrogen. So there is infrastructure. It could be repurposed. But when we go to other countries, to Algeria, there is already a pipeline, both to Spain and to Italy. EastMed pipeline, the issue is that EastMed pipeline was originally planned to to transport natural gas from Israel and possibly also from the Aphrodite field in Cyprus to Greece and forward to Italy. But the concept has been changed. They are now aiming to accommodate that pipeline to accommodate hydrogen. That is why they also modified within the PCI that the pipeline will be hydrogen ready. So that is important. Otherwise, from Israel, from Egypt, in Egypt, for example, there are several projects to produce hydrogen, but that hydrogen most probably will go through ships as ammonia or any other hydrogen derivatives to ports in Europe or any other destination, I guess.
No, thank you very much for these insights into the fascinating world of hydrogen and, of course, your role at OMEC.
OMEC now, yeah.
You are Ben, and I'm looking forward to continuing our work together.
Sure, thank you.